Hey guys,
Hello.
to each generation an Addie is born. What are you up to?
So we are finally getting back to our RGB LEDs, and this is to the point where it's kind of almost done, kind of sort of in terms of the strip itself. I think we just wanted to get it working, but so essentially you see that these RGB LED strips have two different ends. One has like a 4 connector header, and then one's got two different headers, and one of the headers has 2 wires and the other has 3 wires. So when we first tried to hook this up to the boards, we actually ended up connecting this side, but nothing worked. And then Roy told us that that these are serially changed, which of course we knew, but that in order to know how to hook them up, you'd have to look at the arrows. You see that arrow?
Mm-hmm.
And essentially what you'd want to do is go to the end that's on the butt side of the arrow. So that would be where the beginning is. And so that's where this 4-pin header is. So we have the blue wire going to a power supply that Todic.
Yeah, we can't actually see the wire because Jason Todic put the brightest blue LED in the history of blue LEDs.
Yes.
On that little sucker.
I'll cover it for now.
I don't think we've really showed people this thing in action.
Yes.
It's a breadboard power supply that has 2 rails to it. Now, Jason, really? I mean, you're blowing up my camera here.
Here, I'll hide it.
I can't get a good focus on it because of the light. But so on one side it's got the 5-volt rail, and the other side it's got the 3-volt rail, and it plugs right into the breadboard with little header pins there.
Yep. It's horribly useful.
Yeah, very, very convenient.
Yep, and it's like super cheap. So it's at todic.com/store that you can get it. So I didn't know if the Propeller Board of Education power regulator could handle the amount of current that this RGB LED strip would need, which according to its data sheet was like 1.8 amps. So we decided to use Todic's
That's
breadboard.
the strip that has the 1.8 amps
Right.
on the data sheet, not the Board of Education.
Oh, sorry. I was saying it couldn't. I didn't know if it could handle it. But anyway, so yeah, the strip needs 1.8 amps when everything is lit completely. So we decided to hook it up to Todic's breadboard power supply. And so the blue wire goes to power, the black wire goes to ground, and that ground is also connected to the ground of the prop BOE.
Now we should mention here that these are the serial addressable LEDs that SparkFun sells. This is an early version that didn't quite work out, and they sold them at a discount. And a few people that we know picked up some of these, including Roy, Eltham, and Electroman J. Electroman J sent this one over to the show for us to play with.
Yep. And then we have 2 lines, the green and the red, and those are the serial clock and serial data lines. And if you look at I2C technology, that's pretty much how it works. So we connected it to pins, and then through the code, so Roy wrote a RGB LED strip driver, which I don't exactly understand because it's in PASM or assembly, but I do have a RGB strip test code. So I'm going to go ahead and run that. Okay?
Yeah, Roy provided a little demo. His is for 3 strips hooked together in series. So you're only seeing the first third of his demo.
Correcto mundo. But it still looks cool. It looks like something's spiraling around. Whoa! Whoa! It's very pretty. And I kind of like these surface mount RGB LEDs more so than the little bulby ones, because it seems like they'd be more accurate. Whoa! Do you want to see the end? Here. It's a snake! It's an RGB LED snake! Oh! Anyway, very exciting, very pretty. I haven't really had a chance to do too much with manipulating the code because I don't really quite understand the code just yet. But just in case you wanted to hook up an RGB LED strip to your boards, here you go.
Yep. So this is the first step of her actually having this thing working after going through all the process of basically designing how it works, her own version from scratch. Now she understands all the fundamentals behind the scenes, and she can program this to do all sorts of neat things. So we'll see what she cooks up in the future.
Yes. And I think that is it. I've got some really cool projects coming up in the queue, and I'm really excited, but I can't say anything about them.
Ah, okay.
Ah, yes.
Well, it's not like we don't have other things you guys can look at. Firstspin.tv, Addie's learning how to program these things.
Yep.
The propeller.
Yep.
And zombietech.tv. This week we're interviewing a chef talking about food for the zombie apocalypse. And Johnny Diggs, a maker guy. So tune in over there too this week. Zombietech.tv. All right, don't forget to subscribe to this, guys, and come hang out with us in the chat room. We're in there every day.
Yep, and join our forums, tymkrs.com/forum.
All right, that's it for us.
See you later.
See you guys on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.
We post videos all the time, so don't forget to subscribe. And follow us on Twitter at TYMKRS.